right. So, welcome to another episode of the Circle of the Seven Dice. We apologize that things don't look as good as they normally are. We are transitioning over to a new streaming platform, and we have not gotten everything all set up yet, but we still wanted to play. We had to play. It's such a good game. So, that's why we are here today, and I'm going to do the intro for the show. Here we go. We started out on the USS Montero with a crew of 5, captained by Vanessa Miller. The year is 2185, which is 6 years after Aliens. The Montero has a load of extremely valuable tritium gas that was in the process of decaying into helium-3, which is used for starship fuel. The 5 of us had been contracted to take the load of tritium to the Citadel station on Earth. Typically, tritium is hauled by a massive tanker modules that transport higher concentrations of the gas and freight hauler safely across distances. But this time, the Montero, which isn't rated as a commercial towing vehicle, was hired to do it, which is pretty fishy no matter how you look at it. This small run is for Weyland-Yutani corporate account on Sutter's Hope that has arranged for the colony ship to take the tritium to Sutter's Hope from Earth, as there is a newly established frontier colony there. To get to Citadel Station on Earth while the crew is in cryosleep, pilot Leia Davis, using nav set by company man and navigator John Wilson, set the autopilot to fly through the Montero through the trade route called the Gauntlet that runs between the Anchor Point Station and Earth. Just before everyone went into cryosleep, Captain Miller noticed a warning light occasionally going off, indicating with a sensor reflection in our path. But the computer assured Captain Miller that everything was fine, which led her to assume the warning light was just a minor glitch with the Montero sensors, and she and the rest of the crew went into cryosleep. Unbeknownst to everyone in the unconscious crew, save for Captain Miller, however, the Montero, under the command of Weyland-Yutani, deviated the Montero's flight plan and redirected the ship. When we woke up from cryosleep, everyone was hungry and dehydrated, so we all took the dehydrated condition on our sheets. With mouths so dry they stick to our mouths and a rumble in our bellies that could shake the very earth, we all headed towards the galley for some much-needed refreshment after we finished getting dressed. That's the important part, because we all woke up in our panties, and that's not good. Though the Roughnecks, Kayla Ray and Lyram Cham, were already hitting the gin and tonic on the way there, Captain Miller and her friend Pilot Davis were on a race for the coffee pot. Once we got a little food in our bellies and felt a bit more hydrated, we started talking about where we were and where we were going. Captain Miller, in particular, was concerned about how long this deviated course was going to take. Unfortunately, Captain Miller didn't know any more about where we were going, and hold on. Any more about where we were going or why than the crew at this moment. She did know that this side trip was going to piss off the crew, as they were expecting and looking forward to shore leave after this long haul, and Ray was already complaining about the shares. Ray's complaint was quickly shot down by Pilot Leia, who had Captain Miller's back as both a friend and her second in command. Captain Miller, Pilot Davis, and John Wilson head to the bridge for more information. John Wilson suggests that we try contacting the colony on Sutter's Hope to let them know what's going on. Both Captain Miller and Pilot Davis tried, but neither of them had any contact skills, so it was of little use. What we did know, thanks to Navigator Wilson, was it was supposed to have taken us a year and 5 months to reach Sutter's Hope, and we have only been in cryosleep for 6 months. Needing more answers, Captain Miller needed to talk to Mother. Navigator Wilson says that the ship started decelerating 4 days ago, and we have left the Gauntlet trade route, and we're now outside of any known trade routes. Then he typed in a secret code which opened up the captain's function and sent it over to Captain Miller's monitor. The message said that the Montero picked up a distress call, and under the penalty of forfeiture of shares, which was said like 16 times like a whip, we were ordered to track the distress call to its source and determine the nature of the emergency, and give assistance as needed. Right about that time, Pilot Davis was asking Captain Miller for a distress signal location For the distress signal location light started when the distress signal location light started flashing and the collision alarm started going off. Luckily, Pilot Davis has got some skills, and she was able to do a quick maneuver and get the ship out of danger, like she was Carmen Ibanez avoiding an asteroid in Starship Troopers. After that,
Nice.
we isolated the decrypted the distress signal. There is another clue that something isn't right. Why would a distress call be encrypted? We decrypt the message to hear a broken message that the ship was sending a distress call that had a contagion. So we enacted the appropriate contagion protocols once we docked with the nearest hatch on the ship to the science station. The ship itself turns out to be the long lost USCSS Chronos, the Weyland-Yutani ship that has been missing for 75 years, 12 years before Alien. There are no lights or anything to indicate that the ship is even turned on. Pilot Davis would lead an away mission to the derelict ship with Ray and Chan. As we are getting ready, Captain Miller gets a message from the company that we are to 1. Retrieve scientific data and samples and secure them for transport to the Cronus Weyland Yutani science staff. Escort the salvaged Cronus to Anchorhead or other Weyland Yutani facility. And 3, save the crew members of the Cronus. All other considerations are secondary. Looking through the ship, we came across a headless body of you said genealogy, but I'm assuming you meant genetics. I don't know, but you said this guy was a scientist of
Yeah.
genealogy, and
He should have been geneticist.
yeah, okay. Scientist, his name was Mark Hughes, according to the manifest. Hughes' head and helmet appear to have been blown off, and there is a shotgun on the ground next to him and a spent shell. In fact, there's only one shell missing from the shotgun, and that is the spent shell on the floor. This evidence leaves Pilot Davis to surmise that Hughes killed him or herself. Hughes' arms appeared to have been elongated as well. Cosmic rays, anyone? Sorry, I couldn't help to read Richard's reference there. Davis takes Hughes. Davis takes Hughes' shotgun. We eventually made our way towards the science lab, and we found it entirely contaminated with a biological substance, just floating around in the air and stuff, and it was on the ground and stuff. Down below, decontamination tank, we found a metal urn with a thick black liquid oozing from it. And it was not the only one. There were 4 other black urns in a broken freezer with the same black ooze leaking out of it. Davis reported what she saw to the captain, and Miller ordered us to not even touch the black ooze. Even when Davis found what could have gotten an access card if he'd have reached in and grabbed it out of that. And we needed that access card to retrieve the data that we were there to get. Either way, Davis had to get the power on before anything could be done. As we went towards the reactor room, Ray, who had the motion tractor, quickly turned around behind us, and then the motion tractor pinged at 50 meters away. Davis asked what the hell that was, and Ray said that something was moving towards us from the front of the ship. Davis, Ray, and Cham head towards whatever it was that was coming towards them. But when they ran up the hallway, they didn't see anything. Now the motion tractor says that whatever it is 30 meters away from us now. Right then, Davis got a gut feeling that she and the away team needed to run, and the captain went with Davis' gut feeling and told him to get out of there. So Davis and Ray and Cham ran for the hatch they came in on. But it would not be that easy. A fully grown bipedal xenomorph comes crashing through the grates that make up the ceiling. But we have no idea what that is or anything about it. What Davis, Ray, and Cham do know is that we were glad we wore the brown pants because we were scared shitless. We also drew for initiative. Being out in front and the leader of the away team, Davis fired the shotgun right at the creature from one zone away, blasting in its chest. And she and the others were backing away. When the blast from the shotgun hits the creature, its green blood splatters onto the bulkhead, the floor, and begins eating away at them like some kind of superpowered acid. David quickly called in what was happening to Captain Miller and Miller shouted to get back to the ship. Davis waited behind as Ray and Cham ran past, and then we all ran for the hatch. But Ray was pierced through the chest with the creature's pointed and serrated tail. But Ray is a tough bitch, and goddammit, she just got up and fucking ran right past me. So, with the creature hot on our heels, we barely made it through the hatch and onto the ship. The fierce creature banged and scratched at the door for a minute and then backed away. Back on the bridge, company man John Wilson was reminding us that retrieving the creature was part of the order we received and we needed to go back there and get the creature under penalty of loss of shares. But neither Captain Miller nor Pilot Davis had any intention of going back onto the Chronos. Ray and Cham were silent as the company man and the two officers argued it out. Right about then, Captain Miller got a message from Mother which said, "Notification, USCSS Chronos to dock with USCSS Montero. Mother 2000 on CS Chronos coming online. Reactor core starting. Core temperature is increasing. Gravity nominal. Cryopods begin the process of awakening the crew. Approximately error. Number of crew still alive. Approximate waking of crew in 1.75 Earth hours. Then suddenly doors and hatches start slamming shut around the Montero, and alarms begin to sound and flash. Then on the terminal, Captain Miller reads, Special Order 966 executed in 9 minutes and 57 seconds. Captain Miller asks, what is Special Order 966? But she must go to the captain's terminal to find out the details. So that's where she went. Once Captain Miller was in there, she asked again, what is Special Order 966? Then Miller answered rather ominously, for the good of the company, in times of distress, Weyland-Yutani can commandeer any materials and individuals as they see fit. As in Clause 27.61, Paragraph 6 of their contract, pursuant to Special Order 966, all tritium aboard the USS Montero has been designated to explode and detonate, destroying the USS Montero, cause all the crew members aboard to retreat to the USCS Chronos to fulfill the mission. You have 10 minutes before the USS Montero jettisons from the USS Chronos. So Captain Miller comes out and says that Mother is forcing us onto the Chronos by detonating the Montero. Right about then, the Mr. Company man lets it slip that this isn't how it was supposed to go. How was what supposed to go? Captain Miller asked. They found Chronos a while ago, and they knew they were going to divert us here, Wilson responds. We were just supposed to get the samples and get off the ship. Davis speaks up and tries to inject some logic into the situation. What good could come of this sending us to our deaths? If we die, they get nothing, and they just have to send another group of suckers out here. But we really have time to break it down at all, as we had 10 seconds before the Montero jettisons away from the Chronos. So we armed ourselves with what was on the bridge, the captain's pistol, a bolt gun with 4 rounds, and an incinerator. And we get ready to go back through the hatch when a final message from Captain Miller comes on the screen. USS Montauk last docked with USS CS Chronos 6 months ago. USS CS Montauk short haul transport shuttle, last seen on collision course with USS CS Montero, notably and admirably avoided by pilot Leia Davis. With that, we went back through the hatch and onto the Chronos. Luckily, the creature was not waiting for us on the other side. And with that fucking novella of an intro, I will hand it on over to Nem.
Nice. So, uh, as you can tell, the previous
Oh my
uh,
God, you're kidding me.
what?
This just said the thing came up on the screen, says the recording stopped for the free plan. I don't know what's going on.
I show us as live.
I see live too.
That's what I see too. But I'm gonna check on Circle of Seven Dice really quick to see what's going on.
All
right. No, it's live. So I don't know what the hell that message is about.
It may have been. It was automatically like on StreamYard. You can record and download the recording of the session, so you may only have a certain amount of recording time on the free plan. So
okay,
which we're not doing. So anyway, with that, Mother reared its ugly head in this world one last time before we dive into the world of Alien. So as you could tell, last session should have been subtitled "How to Get Screwed by Mother" and "How to Hate Your Job and Continue Having to Do It." or something like that.
I gotta say, it was a twist. We were all looking at the company man going, you're gonna fuck us. But our fucking ship fucked us over.
Mm-hmm.
that was a twist I wasn't ready for. I'm just saying.
What you don't know is that Joe Pesci will show up and tell you that you also get fucked at the drive-thru, but that is for another episode. So, all right. So as you all retreat onto the ship, you hear the hissing of the airlock cycling, and true to Mother's word, the Montero undocks from the Chronos and begins drifting off into space, presumably to explode. So, at this point, there are no windows for you to see, but you know that based on the readouts on the ship there or on the dock, that the Chronos, your ship, has taken off and left you stranded on this ghost ship with a crew waking up after being in cryosleep for 75 years, some weird thing with green acid blood running around somewhere, a guy with his head or a person with their head blown off sitting somewhere else on this deck, lights beginning to come back on and flicker back to life as this ghost ship is coming back to life and the power is reacting. The air, all of your suit, your meters on your suit are showing that the air is becoming breathable, and that the deep cold that the ship was in is quickly receding as the air is heating up, and lights are beginning to come back on the ship. And here you are, the five of you, on this strange ship with everything else that's going on, left with orders to do something that you really don't want to do, I guess. So with that,
we don't want to die. That's the main thing.
Yeah. Ryan looks at all of you and goes, "What the fuck just happened? Did our ship just screw us?"
Yep, badly.
Yeah.
So the only option we have is to try to commandeer this ship and get rid of whatever's on it and try to make it back.
For the first time, Lyron Cham, the other roughneck, looks visibly upset. He's like, I'm all about this family and this ship, but our ship just took the fuck off and we're stuck here on whatever the fuck this is. And something came and stabbed her in the chest. And now you're telling me, who's the captain? We don't even have a ship anymore. Are you still captain? Are you still a pilot? I would figure that the pilot and the captain had control of the ship. What the hell just happened to us?
If you have any questions of who's in charge, I assure you it's Captain Miller.
And I'm still in charge until we're all dead. So that's the way it's going to be.
What the hell?
Unless you want to go and get into the alien's mouth, I mean, you can do that.
What the hell are we supposed to now? And by the way, and he grabs Wilson and shoves him up against the deck. And Cham is much bigger than Wilson. He's like, this motherfucker deserves to be thrown right out the airlock because I heard that he knew all about this shit. Is that true?
Well, actually, it's our ship that fucked us over, and it kind of threw itself out the airlock.
Wilson says,
he just knew about it. He didn't actually do anything.
He's like,
Wilson throws we need all the hands we can get right now. We'll worry about who did what when we're not being chased by a creature trying to kill us.
Wilson
I'll tell you what.
Hands up and goes, I'm just as upset of all of you. I've lost a bonus of 30,000 credits for. He stops. He's like, look, I'm stuck here just the way the rest of you are.
I'll tell you what. If the situation arises where this creature, whatever it is, gets extra hungry and he needs a little lunch, we'll throw him away. I mean, we'll obviously protect you, Wilson.
Well, Ryan looks around and goes, well, seeing as how I'm still getting half a share for this trip.
Half a share of what? All the tritium that we had that we were going to get paid for just blew up.
Well, you're making it even. You're making my point even better. My point is that since I'm getting dick for this trip, I propose that Wilson hold on to this uh, motion meter. God, what a tracking meter, and he
Motion
go in
tracker.
front. Yeah, motion tracker, and he go in front.
No,
If you haven't
you
noticed,
know what? I don't have a problem with that. Wilson, take the
Yeah,
meter.
I second that. That's a good idea.
Rye's like, well, good. She steps aside and hands the meter off to Captain Miller, the tracker, the motion tracker.
Yeah. Yeah. Wilson, here's the tracker.
Well, I'm not trained for this kind of stuff.
Well, you should have thought about that before you clipped your mouth shut. Now go. Do your job.
He kind of looks down nervously, reading the room, and he takes the tracker and kind of slinks to the front. And Rye looks at him. She's like, motion him to keep going past her.
Mm-hmm.
And then takes her spot.
I'm giving him a similar look. I've been giving this guy shit from the beginning. Now that I got good reason.
Oh, yeah.
So now what are we supposed to do with this ghost ship coming to life?
We try to figure out how to fix it, how to get the monster off of this thing, and then try to find a way to salvage this mess.
The only thing I got is there's got to be a command center here on this thing somewhere.
The bridge is in the fore part of the ship. I saw the read out of it.
I'm thinking that's probably where we need to go. We can get there's a good chance we can turn on whatever needs to be turned on from there.
I think at the very least we'll have
I be able to access the data from science stations there. I'm not.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. At the very least, we can get information up in the bridge.
Yeah.
We'll also have a better idea of who's alive up there, if anyone.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Although I'm thinking that creature we faced was pretty voracious, and I got the impression it was not killing for food, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So, it is just I'm just guessing, but if I'm just gonna throw this out there, I think we're the only living humans on this ship.
Until they wake up the cryopods, in which case, the alien's going to get more people to attack.
Oh, that's right. The cryopods are opening.
Yep.
Almost forgot about that. Perhaps we ought to stop by there and find out if they're okay. Let them know what's happening.
Didn't they say it was going to be like an hour and a half for it to get online?
1.75 Earth hours.
Yeah, so I'm thinking we have enough time to check the bridge.
Okay, just to this.
Yeah.
Make it so.
All right, let's get going.
Okay. Where am I? Yeah. Oh, bridge is north. You said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fore part of the ship.
All right.
Are you guys coming?
You're moving towards the bridge.
Yeah, where's the?
I will move people. Hold on for a second.
Yeah, I just need to know where I'm going.
I was doing something else.
I just went north.
I see.
From where we were, followed it up. You need me to come back?
Wilson doesn't want to move. He moves up here.
Oh man, I'm stuck on the door.
You can open the door if you want. Oh, you're stuck on the door. Hold on.
There it goes. Okay.
Here, I moved you. I'll move you.
You see me, Steve?
No.
I opened the door. There you are.
Oh, okay. Now I see you guys. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Wilson gets to hear,
All right.
and boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
The motion tracker begins going off.
All right.
Where's it coming from?
He's like wavering the thing around, so he can't get a good reading. He does not know what the hell he's doing.
You have to keep that thing pointed in a specific direction. What direction was it pointed when it started pinging? Pay attention, you frickin' worthless company man.
His hands are shaking, but he kind of stops. He's like, it's coming from inside the bridge. It's about that's 45 meters.
Oh,
shit.
Well, I mean, we don't know. I mean, it could be anybody. Mike, the thing is it friend or foe?
So I will put where the sensor track is showing.
It's that creature that we fought earlier. We're in really tight quarters.
Yeah.
That's all.
Well,
if you guys can see the sensor marker, actually, I'll make it bigger. This is a general idea of where the sensor marker is showing something movement right now. So
I'm zoomed in so we can see where we're at. I'm not seeing anything.
Zoom out a little bit so you can see the whole bridge. Do you see this?
I can see
I see. Yeah,
in the darkness.
You know, it's easier. I like that better. Hold on. I'm taking this ping thing off. My pings are where you're getting pings from.
Okay. So that is way to the fore.
Yeah.
Captain, I don't want to sound like a wuss or anything, but I don't want to go in that room.
I understand.
I'm telling you, this thing is light. You should see what you should have seen what it did to Ray with that tail. Just
I saw the results. I believe you.
All right.
Well, okay.
As you're talking, Wilson is looking around, and the motion tracker stopped moving, and then you hear it pinging again over here. If you can see my ping.
Oh, I've got my pistol in hand.
I didn't see it.
I'm not.
To the left.
Can you do it again, Nim?
Huh?
I need you to do it again.
Okay, there you go.
I didn't see it. I got to back further, I guess.
Because I'm on the wrong thing. There you go.
Move to port. Interesting.
Yeah.
It could be the alien. It could be. Who knows?
Again, I think we need to get out of here.
What do you want to try next?
Somewhere away from that creature. That's what I want to try.
All right.
You're all casual about it. You didn't face that thing. It was crazy. Okay.
I believe you. I have no doubt.
All right.
I'm just
wait a minute. Here's an armory. I found an armory over here.
All right, let's try that. That might help.
I go into the armory.
All right. You go into the armory. If you read the description real quick.
It's a vestibule. Sounds all fancy and shit.
Yeah.
Head out to the vestibule.
Mm-hmm.
Stripped almost bare, this room has a single Wayland Storm rifle with one reload in it. There is a case of shotgun shells here that lies on the floor. There is a splatter of a dried milky white spray on the wall, but the room is clean.
I'll take the rifle.
Okay. What are Cham and Ray using right now?
They're following along, and they have nothing but their swinging cod and their their breasts as defense right now. So each one.
Hmm.
So Ray looks at Cham, and Cham defers to her as usual, and she picks up the storm rifle. So
Okay. All right. All right.
You at least have a pistol. I have a shotgun. They're fighting with their bare hands.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, all I know is the company man's not getting anything.
He's better. Look, I don't like him either, but he's a more used to us alive right now than dead. Okay.
I don't agree. I don't disagree with that.
Well, to be of use to us, might need to be armed.
give me a. Everybody, give me a.
I mean, you're the captain. I'm not gonna argue with you, but I just
Yeah.
not sure you're considering everything.
I was about to say
But
perception check, but
well,
there's no perception here.
observation.
Yeah, observation.
Observation, yes. Observation coming up.
I got no successes on that. Did you get any?
I got two.
Oh.
I got 4 successes and 2
Okay,
stresses.
then I don't need to push.
All right. Well, then I won't have the roughnecks roll. You're all looking around, and Kayla Rye arms herself with a storm rifle. There are shotgun shells for you to pick up. Their Pilot Davis, if you wish, which gives you
Yes, I'm
some
taking them.
So you've got 2 extra reloads now to go for your shotgun. When you look around, you notice that Wilson isn't with you. And at that point, you hear a blood curdling scream coming from back from where you came.
That idiot.
Well,
This is why I said do not go alone anywhere.
well, if it makes you feel any better, I don't think he's going to need a weapon now.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
I see that nobody is running to go help Wilson.
What? Honestly, I'm thinking, what am I going to do?
This is on the level of putting your own head in the alien egg and just thinking that'll be fine.
Look, we stood against this thing already. I fired a shotgun at it, and all it did was damage shit with its blood. I don't see how we could face one of these things and survive.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just saying. Yeah. It's now very quiet. Wilson is gone. You don't know where he went.
Well, I mean, I suppose just to say something good about the dead, he was a decent navigator.
Yeah. There is that.
Just so you know, out of game, the rifle that Rye is now holding is basically an early version of the assault rifle that the Marines use in Aliens. So
cool.
Okay.
Well, she's kind of looking like Vasquez right now.
Yeah.
All right. So and he has how we hold on. I just realized something. I got 2 reloads, but I haven't been keeping track of shots.
Don't worry about it right now. So you're good. You take
Okay.
1 shot, so you've done 2, and it holds 6, so you have 4 rounds right now. So, but there were loose rounds as well. So go ahead and consider it fully loaded at the moment. So.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put a pulse rifle on Leia Davis real quick, or on Rye.
Yeah.
And the pulse rifle is pretty badass. armor piercing.
Awesome.
So I just wish that this worked like everything else, where I could just drag and drop it. All right, I'm going to show this to you guys right now so you can see this while I'm adding the pulse rifle to
Nice.
Okay.
Leia Davis real quick.
Yeah, let's get a good look at that sumbitch. Oh wait, that's not what I meant to do. You know what? Looking at that, James Cameron does make his ships look like rifles.
He does. He really does.
All right.
And
There's nothing phallic about this series at all.
No. I really thought they were being a little bit too on the nose with the shoving the rolled up porn in Ripley's mouth.
Yeah.
a little bit.
Like a Playboy or something like that. He had it all rolled up in his hand and he was trying to shove it in her mouth. That was a little bit too on the nose. And I mean, because what is a legitimate reason to roll up a magazine and try and shove it in someone's mouth?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could technically choke them, but there's much easier ways of doing it. I mean, the chances of suffocating someone like that are pretty bad. But he's a synthetic. He didn't know what he was doing, so.
I submit that he's a synthetic, so he knew more what he was doing.
Yeah, well,
Probably has detailed files because it makes him a better killer. Little Terminator quote for you.
Mm-hmm.
and the way that okay, so let me read to you about ammo, because I knew there was a rule about that. So most firearms in the world of Alien have a large enough magazine that you don't need to worry about counting individual bullets. However, when the tension rises, you risk wasting ammo and empty your clip at the worst possible time. Whenever you fire a weapon and roll one or more failures on a stress dice, you have to empty your magazine and you need to reload. So
Okay.
don't worry about counting. It's just if you roll a failure on a stress dice, then you go out. So, and by the way, everyone's not dehydrated anymore. So, because you guys ate and drank, so
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to worry about dying of dehydration. So
yeah.
Oh Jesus!
You've got plenty of other ways to die, though.
My stress level is at 4 right now.
All right. So with that, now that I've added the pulse rifle to Rye, you hear the blood curdling scream from Wilson, and Rye looks around, and Cham goes, "Are we gonna check on that? He was the one holding the motion tracker."
Right. Yeah, that's.
Oh, we do need the motion tracker.
Okay, so let's. All right, we're gonna head out, but again, nobody goes alone. This is how we end up getting isolated and killed.
Okay.
Okay.
So groups of 2 at the most. At the smallest.
Rye feeling more.
Well, I'll go with you to check on him, but I don't have to pretend like I hear what happened to him, right?
No, you don't.
Rye feeling more confident with the pulse rifle takes the lead. So.
Okay.
All right.
That's fair. Yeah, do that.
She comes around the corner up here in the bridge, and she says, "What the fuck?"
She just runs right into the bridge.
All right. Fair point. All right, here we go.
Okay.
In front of you, you see Wilson's torn one of the sleeves of Wilson's uniform laying on the ground. The motion tracker dropped where it was. A smear of blood across the floor, and no sign of Wilson.
Yeah. Yeah. My theory is he's alien fodder.
You know that dance Chris Tucker did when the ship blew up? That's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. Yeah. He was told.
If you watched the last episode, you know I really hated that company guy. I gave him shit the whole episode.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, although the problem is, turns out to be less that he was a bad guy and more that he's an idiot.
Right? Although it's not really comforting to think that the company has idiots working for them. Although it would explain some decisions.
It would definitely.
I mean, I think IQs just dropped while we were away.
Yeah. Yes.
It's worth noting that the dropped motion sensor, the blood stain and everything is right in front of what looks to be the comm station. As you walk onto the bridge, let me describe the bridge to you real quick so you can get a better idea of everything that's going on here. As you go onto the bridge, you notice that unit power is coming back to the bridge, and that everything is beginning to power up and illuminate this dark space. The blast shutters are beginning to come down on the bridge, and through the open windows, you can see the Montero drifting away from then still drifting Chronos. There is a command station here with a number of treadmill arms for the captive station, a small compartment, and a bunch of other stuff there. There's a holographic display table that's starting to fire up. However, as it begins to fire up, several pieces of the display table short out. So it is showing every now and then displays of the various decks, but nothing that is readable. There's also a sensor station of it. It looks to be destroyed or severely damaged from an acid burn across the station, and it is sparking as it begins to fire up. There's also a pilot station here, but as you approach the pilot station, or as you can see the pilot station more closely, you can see that there is an axe embedded in the pilot station, meaning the pilot station is not working at the moment. So,
and then could you put me on the bridge because I'm like in a black zone and I can't see anything.
Yeah, I'll put you on it. There are also life support monitors. Can you see now?
Yeah, I can see now.
There are also life support monitors which are functioning, and you can see that the life support, the cryopods, are powering up, and it shows a number of the cryopods are active with crew coming online.
Okay. I start looking for some kind of a light to turn on.
You quickly find one and could turn on the light. The light is still dim in here. Naturally, the bridge is a relatively dim area so that the holographic displays and everything are visible, but you could get some more light in here, no problem. So,
okay. What am I getting from the life support monitor?
What's that?
What are we getting from the life support monitor?
You can see a couple different things show up. First of all, you can see that the carbon dioxide content of the recycled air has dropped precipitously and is now registering as safe, the air for being breathable. However, it is notifying you that carbon filters in the oxygen generation system must be replaced, or the air will go bad again. So it is telling you that right now.
Wonderful.
It is also telling you that there are currently, give me 1 second.
I would just like to comment while we're waiting.
Yes.
Changing carbon filters sounds like a job for roughnecks. I'm just saying.
Rye looks at you and says, "Man, nobody's going anywhere by themselves, so it sounds like you're coming along."
Well, you won't be by yourselves. You'll have Cham with you.
Oh, great. You see that there are currently 10 cryopods coming online with life system or life
support.
Yeah, life signs of life on them. You also see that there are several cryopods that are showing that the person in the cryopod is deceased.
Do we see like names or ranks of who's deceased?
Of who is deceased?
Yeah.
Yes. You see Sean Murphy, security personnel, died of
It's the
asphyxiation.
Irish guy. I see how it is.
Dead from asphyxiation. You also see John. What is his name? That's not Clancy. Klein? Yes, John Klein. Having a whole time reading. Engineer.
Is he the brother of the famous underwear maker?
Yes, Calvin Klein. Died from unknown causes.
Mm-hmm.
You also see that the following names are all listed as coming online with life signs. Flight Officer Johns, Colonial Navigator Reed, Medic Flynn, Scientist Cooper, Wayland Mutani Representative Clayton, Ava 6, Synthetic, Flight Officer Butaji, Security Agent Penn, Pilot Bean, and Mechanic Horton.
My dog is flying the ship. Great.
What's that?
Pilot Bean. So that means my dog is flying the ship.
Yes.
Let's just hope he doesn't smell any food.
Yeah.
I got a feeling that things will be very distracted from that point on.
Dogs don't do too well with xenomorphs. It's not like being a cat.
According to the monitor, the readout, life support, cryopods should be fully done with the awakening process, the protocol, on all crew members within 1 hour and 15 minutes.
1 hour and 15 minutes before they start becoming xenomorph food. Great.
Well, Ryan looks at you and goes, well, if you want me to change those carbon filters, I guess we could get on that, but I'd really prefer not to go me just being Cham, especially Cham's got nothing but his swinging cod to go against whatever the hell that was that took that dickhead away from us.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, but I mean, there are multiple jobs that need to get done right now, and if we're going to run out of oxygen, if we all go around and do each job as a group.
And think about this.
You got at least somebody with you. There's at least 2 people in each group. I think we should be okay.
Does Cham have the incinerator? Who's holding the incinerator?
I think I have it.
So you have the pistol and the incinerator?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, Captain.
I didn't have time to hand it to him. But
can I have one of those?
You can have the incinerator.
All right.
Yeah,
so
you only have a few shots, so use them well.
Ryan and Cham take off to go find the carbon to replace the carbon filters, leaving both of you on the bridge. So
great.
Okay. I want to start trying to if now that we've got access to the computers, I would like to see if we can figure out what exactly they were doing on this ship.
okay.
Is there anything like that here that some way I could find that information out, or do I need to go to like the science labs or something?
you can do a contact check here to try and find that out, or to find what you can find anyway. So,
Com check. I'm really good at that. It's one of my best skills. Let's see. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Comtech. Really impressive 0 next to it.
Right.
Come on, successes. And no, I even got another stress level.
let me try.
So you begin fussing around with the computer. Both of you begin messing around with the computer and are locked out. The mother successfully rebuffing all of your efforts to try and get into the computer systems.
I can try to push it, but I don't know.
In fact, Mother comes online with a odd voice that you haven't heard before, going, "What are you trying to do, Dave?" So.
Oh shit!
She's acting like the HAL 9000 right now.
He is.
It's like, no. You begin trying every workaround you can, but this is an older system. None of the workarounds that you know work. You obviously have no user ID into the system and can't get into the system to get any information, at least not from here. So.
Right.
Nothing like finding out you can't get there from here.
Yeah. And the life support monitor now says you have about an hour and 5 minutes until the crew wakes up.
Can I make a message over the intercom?
Sure.
I mean, if you want to tell the xenomorph we're here, I mean, that's great.
Are we assuming that this creature is somehow smart enough to know that if there's a message over the intercom, it must be coming from the bridge? I don't know any creatures like that.
I'm not assuming anything about this thing.
Well, I think that people doing carbon filters probably should know that there's only an hour and 5 minutes worth of air left.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. You can try.
I'm a little weirded out that the captain isn't more concerned about this at all.
As the two of you are talking, there's
I'm trying not to panic at the moment.
There's a squawk, a little as the intercom system comes to life, and you hear a Rise voice coming across, like, "Hey, are you two still on the bridge, Captain Davis?"
Go ahead.
Yeah, Chem and I found the replacement carbon filters. We're in the air scrubber shaft right now and replace everything, but there's some funky shit in the shaft. I don't know how to describe it to you.
I'm seeing a doctor about it. It'll be cleared up soon.
Yeah, Rye laughs. Yeah, very nice. Yeah.
I just hope it's not black goo.
If this was on your shaft, you better see a doctor about it. This is like
it seems that the entire screen has gone to the Roughnecks. We are no longer on the screen.
What?
We're no longer on the screen. You're just in the scrubber shaft. We're no longer on the bridge.
Why is that?
I don't
know.
I moved you guys to. Oh, I moved the wrong character. Hold on.
Well, everything else on this thing is black.
Yep, I moved you with instead of Champ. So
okay.
I'm putting you back on the bridge. There you go.
All right.
You're on the bridge.
There we go.
Rye goes, There's only one of this, and it's attached to the wall of the scrubber shaft, but I don't even know how to describe it. It looks like leather, and it's round. No, it's like oblong, like an egg shape.
I would leave that alone.
Yeah, I would. You know what? Um, if it's egg shaped, my first thought is maybe it might be an egg of the creature that's on this ship.
Yeah.
And I don't know about space aliens. I'm no expert, but I know on Earth, when the animals come around, and you don't want to go near the babies when there's a mama bear. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you're not seeing this, but this doesn't look like any egg I ever saw. But I'm not going to disagree with you.
Well,
I'm just speculating here. We're all just spitballing. None of us know shit right now.
look, we're seeing big black things with no eyes that, with really long arms. I'm just gonna take it as it comes.
Well, what do you want me to do here, Captain? We gotta work in here if we're gonna replace the air scrubbers. But
Yeah. I would say if you have a safe way of destroying those things at a distance, take it. But do not put yourself at risk of exposure to it.
well,
I have an idea. What if one of you watches guard with the incinerator while the other one works?
I guess, or we could just burn it.
I'm for burning it.
All right. Well, hold on. By the way, I still have the motion tracker. I hope you know that.
Okay.
All right, Cham, fire it up. The comm goes dead for a second. It comes back on. It burns, but well, wait a minute, Captain. Something came out of this thing. It's burning. It's dead, and we got movement over here.
Movement.
We got movement coming towards us.
All right. If it's another one of those things, I would be running.
Oh fuck!
Don't.
Fuck! You hear a
Just
shot?
get out of there. Just get out of there.
And the intercom goes down.
Fuck.
Wonderful. Best case scenario, they got away. Worst case scenario, we're on our own.
Shit.
Yep.
God damn it. I just sent them to their deaths.
We both did.
This is exactly why I don't want to be in command. I just wanted to fucking fly ships. Why'd they have to make me second in command?
Yeah. It's the job, man.
I don't know, man.
You did the best you could. Let's focus on keeping ourselves alive, and then we'll worry about the guild later.
Well,
give me an observation check, both of you.
Okay. Observation. Shabam.
Oh boy.
And I sucked major balls and even got a stress level at it.
I'm gonna push it.
I'm gonna have to push that too, and hopefully don't screw things up for myself. Oh, it's not letting me push it. It's not giving me the push option on my thing.
I don't know.
Oh, you can't push it. Oh no, there's push on Steve's observation.
I pushed it and I got it.
Have you reached your max level of stress?
Yeah, that might be it.
Probably.
All right.
Let me check my sheet. I was at my stress was I'm not at max. I'm only at 4.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna let that go because you are stressing anyway. You're looking around everywhere and worried that you have sent them to your death. Meanwhile, Miller, trying to remain calm, you hear the staccato of automatic weapons fire and see Cham tearing ass up the hallway, or hear him anyway, tearing ass, somebody running your way. And
Okay.
you hear Rye yelling, "Die, motherfucker, die!"
All right. They made it. Come on, let's help them.
Okay, let's go.
I'm for giving them
So,
covering fire while they get to the bridge.
well, we're gonna have to leave the bridge to do that. It's not letting me leave the door.
Open up. There.
Okay.
They come running around the
Oh, damn it!
corner, almost running into you. There, I moved you. And Rye says, "I killed it. I killed that
It's
mother effer."
it's not letting me through the door.
All right, I'm getting rid of the door. I don't know why it's doing that. Go away, door.
Okay.
Did Cham make it?
Oh shit! Why did it do that? All right.
How are you going to provide covering fire in there, sir?
I was thinking like shooting through the door, but okay.
Rye's like, "I killed it. I
Uh,
think I killed it."
Um, I shot at it once myself. What makes you think you killed it? Because I didn't do anything to it, really.
yeah.
Because I saw it fall down. By the way, this gun is freaking awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
We don't. We
Well,
still don't.
let's back into the bridge.
Yeah.
Get out of this hallway.
Yeah. We don't know if there are any more of them.
Okay. We're gonna go ahead and can we lock this door to the bridge?
Sure. There is now less than an hour till the other people awake.
All
Um, how long? How much oxygen do we have left?
You're currently fine right now, but you could obviously, with a successful contact check, you could work the life support monitor and the life systems and try and determine if you add 10 more mouths to breathe, what the air quality will be and how long it'll last.
right. Yeah. That was on my mind too.
All right, let's do that.
You guys want to try contact?
Yeah. I got success.
Nice.
All right. You've done this before, and you're able to fiddle with the life support monitor. You change the parameters and narratives. You put in a crew of 14 on the ship, and it tells you that with the carbon scrubbers that were changed, the ones that they were able to do before they encountered the egg, that once everyone comes online, and that is the word Mother used, Mother tells you that you will have approximately 10 hours of breathable air before it begins to reach CO2 levels, begin to reach fatal toxicity concentration. So,
Right.
Okay. Um, I I wonder. What I'd like to find out is if there are any escape hatches left on the ship.
like escape
Uh,
pods,
yeah, escape pods.
okay. You can go ahead and query that to Mother. That's no problem.
Okay. What do I roll for that?
I'm not going to make you make a roll for that. So
Oh,
you could get a easy enough um, status on various parts of the ship. It lets you know that there are currently uh, EVA suits available on the ship, that the
Oh,
corporate suite is functioning. However, the Chronos was not situated with a lifeboat in the corporate suite, that all of the vehicles in the vehicle bay are currently coming online and are available for off planet EVA if necessary. Uh,
Okay. How about scanning the area for any um, livable planets?
okay. That would normally be done at the pilot deck, although you can also do it through the control or the holo station, although that is also broken at the moment. But you do have the command station you could use, and there is a second pilot station which you could possibly fix. So I will allow you to either try
You cut
and
out there. I didn't hear what you said.
you could try and fix the second pilot station, which is
Okay.
not completely eviscerated with an axe buried in it. You could try and use the sensor station, and you also see that there's the command station, the bridge for the captain that you could use. So I want you
Well,
to.
I asked the captain to. Captain Miller, you want to use your credentials to find out this information?
Yeah, I could try. Yeah.
All right.
What do I need to roll?
Uh,
Command?
Go ahead and give me a command.
Okay. 3 successes.
Mother comes
Damn, we're
online and
rolling
goes,
way better than last time.
Mhm.
recognize Captain Williams of Air, System Air, year unknown, hold recalibrating. For a moment, the mother goes away and goes, there are currently no ranking officers. Just Captain Vanessa Miller formerly of USCSS Montero, wish to assume temporary command of USCSS Chronos.
Yes.
Transferring command status. There's a pause for a long moment. Captain Vanessa Miller, authorized for command, not authorized for company, eyes only information on USCSS Cronus. What do you wish to do?
Hmm. All right. Okay.
Honestly, this is what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I get that the company sucks and they've kind of fucked us over and they turned our own ship against us and everything, or shall I say your ship.
Mm-hmm.
And um, well, um,
You're really
it
not
is my
making a good
opinion.
case for them right now.
I'm not, but it is my opinion that if we go back, if we, let's say we do survive, and we get back there, we get back home, there, regardless of the situation, they're not going to care what excuses we have, or what happened, or that we almost died. If we come back empty handed, um, there could be more than just a forfeiture of shares we're facing.
I'm thinking they're gonna probably try to kill us either way.
Well, I guess my where I was going with this is I think maybe if we can get the data they're looking for, even if it's encrypted, like we can't read it, if we can get the data they're looking for, like on a I don't know a drive or something, uh, we'd at least
Bargaining
have
chip,
something to take back.
bargaining chip to leverage them. I don't.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
As
that's
you're all
probably the
talking,
best scenario. That's probably the best scenario.
the bridge lights up incredibly brightly for a moment as you see the Montero explode at a
Don't
far
look,
enough safe distance away. So
don't look, Vanessa. Just don't even look.
Years of my life to get that ship, and the company wrecked my boat.
Well, it wasn't. I know it was your ship, but I've been flying that thing for years, and I'm pretty attached to it myself.
Mm,
I
yeah.
I, I don't quite feel the same pain that you do, but I feel it on some level, if that helps at all.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that you have control of the command,
Hmm.
can we do a sensor sweep of the ship? Try and find out where this creature is, or if there are more than one, or
Yeah.
something along those lines.
Yeah. Go for it. Yeah. It's like,
Um,
yeah, and I try to give. I'm going to try to give you permissions to do like the things you're authorized for.
okay. Do I have permission, GM?
I'm sorry, I was fixing something. What were you saying?
Yeah, I'm trying to get. I'm trying to give Davis her pilot permissions.
Yes. You were able to transfer temporary pilot status to Davis. However, there are neither pilot station is active at the moment. Mother does acknowledge that Davis has given access to the pilot station. And then Mother informs you, rather sardonically, that Pilot Station 1 has an unknown object embedded in it and is currently inoperable.
Yeah, so we're aware. Thank you.
It doesn't look like I can. I don't think I can do this from the pilot station, Captain.
Don't you have a secondary station
There is,
that you
but
can fix?
it needs to be repaired.
Yeah, let's work on fixing that.
I think you're going to need your credentials to get the information we're looking for.
Probably one of your roughnecks could fix it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we'll go ahead and have the Roughnecks do the repairs.
Always the
Um,
way it is. Have one of the roughnecks do the repairs. Rye complains.
Yeah,
I know. What if you go one day without bitching? You might get a promotion, and then you can be the one sending people out.
Mm.
yeah. Look,
All
you're
right.
not
Uh,
you're not being sent to put your head into a xenomorph egg. So
Chim,
You don't know what
Chim,
a xenomorph is.
Cham comes over and takes a look at it. He's like, this is going to take a while to fix. I'm probably going to need at least 3 or 4 hours just to get it operable.
all right.
Okay. What do you need from us?
Uh, Nothing really. Just make sure I don't get eaten while I'm working on it. So,
Okay, that we can do.
Well, as we've discussed, I don't think this thing is interested in eating us. If that
Right.
helps at all.
You
so
know, whatever it's doing.
Sorry, I have a disease that forces me to inject reality.
Cham sits down and begins working on the pilot, and he seems to know what he's doing. Immediately taking off several of the panels, and starts pulling out parts, shaking his head. It's like, this is for shit. And he begins cleaning and repairing stuff. He's like, Captain, the problem here is this has been sitting here for 75 years, and it looks like something was living in here, but I'll get it operable.
All right.
Something. What do you mean something? Why do you say that?
Well, it looks like there's rat shit in here.
Hmm.
Oh,
Well, as long as it's only rat shit.
yeah. Well, I mean,
I don't want to know what those things excrete.
as far as I know, rats have been on Earth ships for hundreds of years.
Well, that's why they bring cats on board these ships.
Hmm. It's also why the plague happened. But hey,
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, it's funny you should say that. And you see him take something out and throw it back towards Raya, and she goes, fuck you, Cham. And all of you look down and you see the mummified remains of a cat that he threw out.
Oh my God.
mummified?
Yeah.
Jeez. Well, the Egyptians might like it.
Do you just mean it's dehydrated, or somebody actually went through the mummification process?
No, mummified basically because it went to deep freeze and it's been sitting here for decades, and over the years
Okay.
it's
Okay.
become dehydrated and everything else. And yeah, so
Okay.
no, nobody sacrificed it, took all its organs out, put it in canoptic jars. At least not that you know yet. Cham's still going through this, so he might produce those jars. So.
Imhotep.
So all right, so he's working there. Meanwhile, the life support system lets you know that you have about 45 minutes or less
Did you
until.
want to run that scan, Captain?
Yeah.
So you're scanning for planets.
She's scanning. We're trying to do a general scan of the ship. We want to know, trying to see, one, if there are any bodies around. Two, if we can find any of these creatures around.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
I want to know where they're at and see if we can maybe find out if they have a nest somewhere, or if they're just running free around the ship, or what.
go
Well,
ahead
I
they
and
want
had
to know
enough
what we're
time to
working
lay
with.
eggs. We don't know how many eggs they laid.
go ahead and give me a command roll.
We don't even necessarily know if that egg was theirs. We're just assuming that it is.
Well, what else can you conclude that it is?
I honestly, with the experiments, it seems like they were doing genetic experiments. It seems like they were doing on the ship. It could be fucking anything.
Yeah, yeah, I got a success.
Exploratory vessel Chronos reports all life sensing monitors offline.
Lovely.
Reports science monitors on various science decks offline. Report that unknown biological material presence on decks A, B, and C. Unknown material on decks on air scrubber shaft and stairwell. Unknown material in cryo bay.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they're in trouble. We're gonna have to bail them out.
Report Captain Vanessa Miller not authorized to know report of sensor in cryo bay, science bay 1, science bay 2, and in hangar bay. Need security level 6 biohazard status to be able to read report.
Great.
To quote Indiana Jones, "We are going to die in here."
We are going to die.
Oh shit! So the sensors aren't working. We can't get any kind of a fix on what's going on this ship. We can't get
And
any kind of readouts on what they were doing here scientifically, other than we found a geneticist and a what else? Epidemiologist. Um, so that's the only clues we have as to what's going on here.
yeah, although if we manage to save some of the people in the cryopods, maybe they can tell us what's going on.
Well,
Problem is that apparently that cryo bay has been contaminated with alien junk, presumably.
what if we put on? Does this ship have suits, space suits?
I think they said they were EVA suits.
Uh,
There are EVA suits.
Okay, that should be enough to protect us from any contaminants. I think. I say we throw those on and head over to the cryo chamber.
All right.
Damn it. Why is this all messed up? Sorry. The map is messing up big time for me. Putting Sarah right back here. And I gotta fix all these doors. And they just get rid of all these doors.
Mhm.
Alright. Give me 1 second.
Dude, is that a giant logo over there in the corner, or is it just me?
No, it's a giant logo.
I mean, geez, it takes up like a big old whole corner of the screen. StreamYard, it was just a little bit on the top, but no, they want to make damn sure you see that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, weird. It shows, it appears to show our, looks like Wi Fi levels.
Yeah. It's very strange. This thing is doing odd stuff. Alright, well, I'm just gonna roll with it right now. Alright. What do you guys want to do right now? As I try and fix this in the background.
Mhm. I think we need to check out the cryo bay.
Yeah, we are going to gather our weapons and get in the EVA suits and go into the cryo bay.
Okay.
Try to save who we can.
Well, you guys should we already unless you took off your previous ones, you guys should already be in your
Yeah. Yeah, we're still,
spacesuits.
yeah.
I mean, there are other biosuits here which you could obviously use if you want. So you could put whatever suit you want on. So
Um, okay. I'm just going to go with the EVA suit,
Yeah.
as that's what's aboard.
okay. No birthday suit or anything like that. You're good.
Well, I'm
Mm,
free willying it inside the suit, even though I have no willy.
yeah.
Man,
Yeah, it's the people in the cryo bay that are going commando.
I'm gonna have to spend forever fixing this thing.
No, they're at least in their panties. I mean, if they went commando, then this is a whole other kind of ship.
Hmm.
It is a whole other kind of ship. In space, nobody can hear you scream, so
Okay.
just remember. Oh my god. The light is so messed up on this thing now. Can I say fuck?
No,
Alright.
there's absolutely no fucking cussing on this goddamn show.
Well, damn it. Motherfucker. Alright. Well, this is all screwed up now. And I'm upset. I don't know what happened. The light is all messed up. So I'm just going to turn dynamic lighting off right now. So,
Okay.
because I'm going to have to fix it. So,
Voila.
alright.
Yeah.
So you guys should be able to see right now, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
I
we
mean,
can see right now.
Yeah. I mean, I still have the readout of the map anyway, so I'm kind of assuming that it's that.
Yeah,
that I'm looking at.
I just turned everything off, so you guys should be able to see everything now. Because something happened with the map and all of the lighting got shifted, and so it's just completely effed up at the moment. So
Yeah.
you can see what you could see. I mean, you guys are good enough. You'll be able to know what you can see and what you can't see. And this is basically the readout you had anyway. So, yeah. So you guys, you've gone through all this. Mother has told you basically politely to go fuck yourself. That you can't know what's going on in the ship, what's really going on in the ship because she's a bitch. And
Mm-hmm.
but you know it's nothing good. And that now there's about 40 minutes until 10 people wake up, and there's something biologically mysterious in the in there, and yeah. So what?
Well, we got to save these people before they wake up.
Yeah.
I guess med pods over here is the cryo section.
You know because you were given the printout of the ship. But did I give you? Did I give you all of the bays?
I
Well, if
don't.
I
I don't think you did.
all right, let me give you all of the bays because you would have gotten a full readout of what the ship looked like. So, or all the decks.
Wait a minute. I do on here.
Yeah. Deck A is cryo deck. You are currently on deck B. So this is a cryo deck. Can you see that? I just shared it with you.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
it.
So that's deck A. Deck C is the cargo deck.
Okay, cryo is on deck A.
Yeah, which is up from deck. You're currently on deck B. This is deck C, which is the cargo deck. And then deck D is the deck D. Oh my god. Sounds like the that is the vehicle bay. So
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Well, once again, we need to get to the cryo bay. Looks like there are
Yeah,
3 cryo rooms.
that's deck A. That is deck A. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we go to deck A.
all right. You can make your way to the stairwell and go up the stairwell.
Yeah.
And get to the cryopods. How do you want to proceed? Do you want to go little by little, or you gonna bum rush it? So
We're in a hurry. We don't know what's going on. We got a potential contaminant in the room with a bunch of people waking up. We need to try and
Yeah.
get there and resolve something before something
Yeah.
goes bad.
all right. So
Yeah.
move yourselves.
If we rush through it, we're gonna attract the attention of the creature.
Move your view over to deck A, and I will put you guys on deck A right
So,
now, coming up out of the stairwell. So,
yeah.
Okay.
so here's Rye. Can you see yourselves right now over there on deck A?
Yes.
All right. So that's where you all are. Cham is over here by Rye. There's Captain Williams and Pilot Davis. So you come up out of the stairwell. The air here still has a cold mist flowing through it,
Oh, there we go.
but is beginning to recede, but much more slowly. And you can see coming up out of the stairwell, there are doors either to the port and starboard that are heading aft to the ship. And you know by your readouts that there are 3 cryo bays towards the end of
Yeah.
those
Aft.
stairwells. Yep.
Yeah, that's the aft. Yeah.
All right. I can't move my character.
Why can't you move your character? Now can you move your character?
No.
I cannot move my character either.
Why is this? Let me turn vision off. Turn vision off. Now can you move them?
No.
All right. Let me take you off the screen and bring you back on and see if that works.
Okay. You know, being invisible poses an old philosophical question. What would stop a person from doing anything they wanted if they were invisible? And if you could wear such a ring, would you?
All right. Can you move now?
I cannot.
No.
Uh,
Hold on, I got a message here from Roll20. Says they hate a guy named Nem.
Yeah, I believe it.
Well, I mean, you know, they hate everybody, not just them.
Why is it?
They hate DMs.
Why is it not working? I don't understand. You should be able to. You should be able to use it. You still can't move?
Nope.
Wow. I don't know what's going on. Roll20 is just being complete dick. Tell me where you want me to move right now. I'll figure it out later, but
All right.
I'll move you guys.
Oh, we want to go. We want to go down to the cryo rooms.
All right. I'm moving you down to this hallway outside the cryo rooms. So.
Okay.
Oh, now
Oh,
I can move.
I can move my character now.
Oh my god. All right. That doesn't make any freaking sense whatsoever. So.
Okay, we try to open up this door.
You're able to open up the door, no problem.
Oh, dude, our live recording will end automatically in 30 minutes due to plan limits.
All right.
Well, let's play for another 30 minutes. So.
Okay.
And then I'll talk to you afterwards about what we could do about if I can help. We'll figure it out. We got 30 minutes of playtime. So
Okay.
you open up the door and look into the hallway. There is a clear plastic or glass looking into various cryo chambers. There are a total of 15 cryopods situated in 3 chambers that you can see. And the room is slowly, the light is coming up, but it is dim inside. And you can see that there is condensation inside the cryopods. What is very disturbing is that all the cryopods have layer upon layer of dust on them, and there's dust in the floors as well. It looks like they have laid there undisturbed for a long, long time.
There should not be condensation inside the tubes.
No. On the other hand, it could mean that at least the alien hasn't gone through here.
Yeah, but it seems it's looking like a malfunction to me.
Probably right.
Let's we go up to the individual cryopods and check their status.
Okay.
All right. You could go. Where do you want
It
to
won't
go?
let me go in the room. It won't let me go into the hallway down here.
Why is it doing this? All right, I'm just gonna move you guys in there. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm moving you into cryo 1 first.
Okay.
Check status here.
Cool.
All right. It's simple enough to read out to look at them. There are 5 cryopods organized here, like the heads are all situated together, and they're fan out like going out to the spokes of like a pentagon or something like that. You see that 2 of the people that are here in the ship are in the cryopods are listed as probable life support failure upon cryopod process finishing. So there's some sort of medical emergency with 2 of them.
We don't have any medics with us.
No.
Wait a minute, is there you remember like on Prometheus there was that one of those machines that would do your medical stuff for you, do an operation or something? Is there something like that on the ship?
Metapod?
Yeah.
in your status of the ship, there are 2 metapods on deck B.
Okay.
Right.
The only thing I can think of is to get these people that are in these ones that could potentially have gone wrong and get them in those metapods as soon as possible.
The 3 life support systems that are showing that they are going to successfully be reanimated are the ship's doctor, Dr. Cooper, another
Good.
one of the ship's doctor, Dr. Flynn, Sergeant Reed, and Sergeant Reed.
Is Dr. Cooper's first name Sheldon?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's the status in Cryo 1. I'll move you over to Cryo 2.
Okay.
Coming into Cryo 2 is a much worse situation. You see that 3 of the people in the cryo tubes, while technically still alive, as there is some sort of black substance moving over them and devouring their flesh.
Oh shit. Captain, that looks like that same black shit I saw when I was when I was looking through the ship earlier.
All right. Does anybody in this room look like they might be successfully animated?
No.
All right. Then
A fourth-
we can isolate. Then we can isolate this room.
A fourth person in this room is a synthetic, but there is a white fluid substance caked all over the inside of the chamber, and it looks like the synthetic ceased operations a long time ago. The fifth pod actually had part of the ceiling collapse in on it and actually transfixed and went through the person in the pod.
All right. I'm for sealing this pod here, this pod room here.
Sealing it how?
Setting the door so it won't open.
Okay. I'm guessing that's got to be a captain's priority.
Probably, yeah.
By the way, I should note that probably Ryan and Cham are still up there fixing the. So they're not with you right now. So.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to put them over here right now because they would still be fixing the pilot terminal. So.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So I'm for. Yeah, I'm for making sure cryo room 2 doesn't is never opened.
Okay.
It's a quarantine under quarantine protocols. I could probably do it.
Well, as they say, you're the boss.
Yep.
Cryo 3, you go. I move you guys in here. There are 5 cryopods in here, and it reports that only 1 will successfully reanimate. The captain of the ship looks to have some sort of red rash, which has eaten through his neck and separated his head from his body, though the cryopod reports that he is still technically alive.
What, dude?
The XO of the ship reports that he will wake on schedule and is unharmed. The 3 other security officers that are in here, well, the engineer, the pilot, and the security officer have all terminated.
All right. Then I guess the only people we can really save are the doctors and the XO.
Right? And there's a couple of people in Cryo 1 that we need to get over into those med pods.
Correct. So
and somebody needs to pet that poor cat.
No, because he's still in cryo.
That cat is
Roger, grab the cat.
Is an attention whore. That's what that cat is. So.
Yeah, it's Jonesy saying save me.
So Exo Johns in Cryopod 3 you can save. Sergeant Reed, one of the security officers, and Doctors Cooper and Flynn, you can also save in Security Pod 1. Company Rep Clayton, you can also save if you want. So.
Is there really any benefit to waking the or saving the company, man?
I'm kind of not feeling particularly friendly to company man at the moment.
Well, I'm not either, and quite frankly, I don't want another John Wilson.
Yeah, I don't want to, or worse, Carter Burke.
Yeah, except for Carter Burke isn't alive yet.
Uh,
Yeah, well,
I think with that, even though
Oh wait, it's actually after Aliens. You're right, Carter. You can know about Carter Burke.
we're gonna cut it off a little early, but once everybody gets reanimated, things are gonna start moving really fast, and I want to fix everything because I want
yeah.
you guys to have the lighting and everything next week. Because you thought the shit hit the fan before, the shit is really about to hit the fan. So I think we're gonna call it here since Yevmux is gonna cock out anyway. That's a
Hmm.
technical term for all you out there. Don't cancel us. You're allowed to say cock out on this podcast. Right, Mike? I can say cock out, right?
You can rock out with your cock out.
Thank you. I'm even short I'm even short cocking it when sometimes. So um anyway,
You're just shaking your
yes.
chicken.
So for everybody who is watching, we had some technical problems. I apologize for that. I'm going to fix that on my end. Um, but we had some great role play. You guys have figured out some great stuff. Getting to these cryo bays, there are you range to see what happens to these 5 survivors. What is going to happen to the remaining crew of the Cronus and the Montero? As the Montero is gone now, so I guess you guys are the crew of the Cronus. And what else is going to happen here? And what is the weird shit that is going on with the black goo and the red rashes and everything else? So, what the hell were they doing on this ship? So, till
Hmm.
next time when I can fix it, I apologize for the short game. Thank you for putting up with the problems I had, and we'll figure out a way to do the stuff with the new streaming. And Mike, if you want to take us out. So,
All right.